Welcome to Drive Nova Scotia. Today, racetrack. Awesome. Not very far away from International Drive Nova Scotia headquarters lies Atlantic Motorsports Park, a 2.5 kilometer, 11 turn road course. Now, I've always wanted to try racetrack driving, so when I saw this ad show up in my FaceTube feed for a performance driving school at the track, I scraped all my loose change together and signed up. As you can see here, there was some pretty interesting hardware on hand. Everything from Porsches to swapped VWs, tuned Audis, turbo Subarus, all kinds of stuff. So I was going to need a pretty serious track car. Like a 12-year-old base model Subaru. So with my old Kijiji beater, I showed up for tech inspection, got through there fine, spent some really interesting time in the classroom, and then I slapped on my brain bucket for instructor time on the racetrack.
Check the oil and stuff like that at all?
I was going to, and then I just started it. This was Rob, my awesome instructor.
Because it's probably not been driven like this before.
Well, as evidenced by me not being in jail.
So, do you remember everything you learned in the last session?
Absolutely.
That was a big step forward in what you were doing.
It felt like it.
Well, obviously considering that timing with a cell phone isn't deadly accurate.
Well, no.
The fact still remains there was a significant drop in
indicator,
in your time. Anyway, we can see it anyway.
Yeah. Well, and when you're seeing an extra 10 or 15 clicks in the corner,
yeah,
that's a pretty good indicator too.
It's huge, huge.
Always encouraging. He also wanted me to do well. Check out the sequence of relearning corner 4.
It's like this. You did that last time too. The whole other previous session, you didn't do that at all.
Oh.
That entry in the core.
Well, you tell me if it's bad or dangerous.
Alright, let's get 4 straightened out this time.
Okay. How so?
Do what you were doing before, not what you did last time.
Alright.
Last lap.
I was going out straighter or wider, wasn't I?
Yeah, you're going more that way, and then turning in, you're kind of double apexing it here, sort of thing.
Yeah, so we're going to go out more like that.
Wider entry.
Was that wider? It seemed wider.
It was better than last lap.
Okay.
Not as good as last session.
Okay. I even started stitching some of the track together a little more smoothly.
There, now you got your groove back.
Eventually, I was granted my lapping license and allowed to go out by myself. Woohoo!
Alright, man. Have a blast.
I'll do my best.
I know you will.
Disappoint teacher.
Alright, man. See you in a bit.
Cool.
Fun fact, I'm actually letting the car roll a little bit here to keep the brakes from hot spotting.
Woo! Here we go, solo. Come on, little car. Woohoo! like we caught ourselves a BMW. Oh, he's going on. Alright, good. Perfect. Now this lap coming up is my fastest of the day. Let me just talk you through some of the finer points. So we just passed the control tower there through turn 11. Third gear right to the floor. Maxing out third gear at the red line, we hit about 120 at the end of the straight. And braking slightly into turn 1, a long dogleg downhill into a hairpin second turn. Second gear, foot on the floor here, just let the all-wheel drive grip. Unwind the corner a little bit up the hill into turn 3. We're maxing out second gear here at about the red line. Back off a little, turn in, foot on the floor, right to red line in second, grab third, foot on the floor, and down the hill into corner 4. This is the one I was having trouble with before. Brake it nice out wide, still third gear, foot on the floor, back her off a little, let it settle between the corners, foot on the floor over the apex, and down the hill through 6th onto the back straight. Fourth gear, foot on the floor again, reaching speeds here of up to 140 by the end of the straight. Break it down a little bit, turn in, foot on the floor, and 4th again, through 7, through 8, still on the floor, and then brake it hard, give her third gear for the entry into turn 9. We're half throttle there. We get settled into the corner, foot on the floor, unwind it, back off a little for 10, back off, moderate throttle here until we get aimed into turn 11 again, foot to the mat, and then back onto the straight. We do it all over again with a big smile on her face. 120 at the top of third gear, brake for turn 1. Oh, this thing's in my way again. Let the record show BMW M car holding me up. Close if I want a chance to pass them. Here you'll see relatively proper passing etiquette when I wait for the point by and then subsequently for the set of cones marking the passing zone, and away I go. Time for cool down lap. Holy, that's awesome. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I ended up at a track day with a cheap old economy car, having the time of my life. So if you have a local racetrack of some sort, keep an eye out for this kind of a driving school day or driving school weekend. I highly recommend it. And it also helps put you in tune with your driving skill and in tune with your vehicle as well. So you don't need a fancy 550 horsepower Mustang like the stripey one following me out. Just get an old economy box that's forgiving to drive and slow and gentle. Get out there and enjoy driving. And we will see you next time on Drive Nova Scotia.